Well, it has to rate as the worst peacetime crisis there's ever been. Not just here, but around the rest of the world. Think about it here. Over 50,000 people who've died of or with COVID-19. Millions unemployed, and that number rising rapidly. A national debt now of $2 trillion. Millions of people who run their own businesses really fearful that if we don't get a vaccine to the middle of next year, will they still even be surviving economically? Depression, mounting suicide. I mean, it's a pretty bad time for lots of people in our country. And it's at bad times, whether in peace or war, that we need leadership. Are we getting it? Well, let's have a little think about our Prime Minister, shall we? He's one of over 50 million people who had a positive diagnosis for COVID-19. And, of course, he nearly died, but he's recovered. He says himself he's bursting with antibodies, and yet he's decided he's going to self-isolate because he briefly met an MP who later tested positive for COVID. Hey, he's immune. He's got at least 6 months T-cell immunity. Why is he not leading from the front? He also had a test last week. So we've got the Prime Minister, far from giving leadership at a vital time in terms of the well-being of our nation. Oh, I nearly forgot. Brexit talks also coming to a conclusion. He's in hiding. But don't worry, if the politicians aren't giving leadership, there's always the church. Yes, the established church. The Church of England, which of course the Queen is defender of the faith of. And it'll all be okay, because the Archbishop of Canterbury, he will give us the spiritual leadership we need at this time. Oh, there's one slight problem. He's called Justin Welby. He's a lefty. He did everything he could to oppose the referendum. Said some dreadful things about me and how I enjoyed one morning going over Lambeth Bridge on an open-top double-decker, and there walking over the bridge was the Archbishop, and I gave him both barrels on the microphone, I'm pleased to say. And he's got worse, not better. All the church want to do is talk about progressive lefty politics. They have provided no spiritual leadership for the nation whatsoever. And now we hear, just as Boris is hiding, now we hear the Archbishop is taking a sabbatical. I thought that was after you'd done something of note. What on earth is he taking a sabbatical for? I tell you what, Dr. Welby, make it a permanent sabbatical, because the church has let the country down even worse than the politicians.